Prime Minister Modi's visit to Poland and Ukraine will be high on symbolism, even as geopolitical issues, trade and defense aspects will be discussed at the highest levels. Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to be in Warsaw today, the first by an Indian Prime Minister in 45 years, after Morarji Desai visited the country in 1979, and the shared cultural ties will be in focus. Poland can be a gateway to India to Europe, and there is a lot of potential to expand trade, experts have highlighted. But our Prime Minister's visit to Poland and Ukraine this week marks the continuation of an underappreciated effort in Delhi to raise Europe's profile in India's foreign policy over the last decade. Mr. Modi's visit will plug a missing link, Central Europe, in India's European policy at a time when Middle Europe has returned to the center stage of great power conflict. My colleague Vishnu Shom is tracking the finer details for you. Listen in to his report.
The train en route to Kiev in Ukraine. We are still in Poland. We get off in a station called Kelm. We then transfer on to a train by the Ukrainian railways, and then it's a straight 16-hour journey. It's a journey throughout the night. But this is in fact the most efficient way of actually getting into Ukraine. It's been very, very difficult in the past. I've covered the war on 2 occasions. On each occasion in the past, I've had to get onto buses and on the way back with refugees looking to get out of Ukraine and into Poland. Very, very difficult border crossings, but I believe the situation has become more regulated right now. But for India, the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Ukraine is of huge import. It comes at a time when India has made it absolutely clear that our interests lie in being entirely independent in our foreign policy. That while we talk about the territorial sanctity of countries including Ukraine and the need for a negotiated settlement to the crisis, we do continue to maintain very close relations with Russia. But the visit of the Prime Minister to Ukraine, the first time an Indian Prime Minister is visiting this country, very, very important, because India in the process, and the Prime Minister in a sense, is establishing himself as an important global leader, certainly a leader of the G20, certainly a leader of the Global South, in sending an important message that the war must come to an end. He will of course be meeting President Zelensky as well and continue conversations across a range of issues. Not least of all the defense relationship between India and Ukraine. It's something not spoken about very much, but it's a relationship that's important. Remember, the Indian Navy's destroyers and frigates are powered by gas turbine engines provided by Ukraine. The Indian Air Force uses AN-32 transport aircraft for decades. These are manufactured by Ukraine, the company Antonov. These are just some aspects of what is an important relationship between India and Ukraine. Certainly students and their welfare. There were thousands studying in this country. That's something that the Prime Minister may be talking about as well. But for now, it's a very long journey all the way to Kiev, a journey which will take us close to 20 odd hours by the time we are there tomorrow. For the moment, this is Vishnu Shom for NDTV.